Okay, where to start with singing? Let's say that I kind of sold this idea to people that I teach, and they want to learn how to sing. Where to start? Where to start?
Everybody's voice is different. In my academy, what I do is I start by teaching the correct way to sing vowel sounds. It's the very first place to start. It's correct support, all these different things, and how to develop first good habits, right? Good habits of the voice first, then an ear. We have to do intervallic training, so training, different ways to hear the melody. Because if you can't hear the melody, you can't sing, right? And then we build on one thing on another, and in just a few short months, you've got a good command of the voice. Whereas you could go to a lot of other teachers and they wouldn't have the ability to show you physically, right, like I do, but then also to walk you through all the steps it takes to be great. Because most teachers aren't great singers. So they can tell you scales and they can tell you a little pedagogy or instruction, right, but they can't really show you how to do it. So therein lies the big difference.
Okay, and how to choose a great vocal coach, how to find one?
Find a vocal coach that you like the way they sing. If you like the way they sing, show them how to, just like a guitar player. If you like Eddie Van Halen, if you like his guitar playing, you're going to want to learn from Eddie. If you like Jimmy Page, you're going to want to learn from Jimmy Page. If you like Eric Johnson or Joe Satriani or Steve Vai or Paul Gilbert, then go to Paul Gilbert. If you like Ken Tamplin, the way he sings, go to Ken Tamplin. If you like Luciano Pavarotti,
well, he's dead,
YouTube videos.
Okay, here's another one. Maybe it's a good one, maybe not. Let's say that people who watch this interview, they are in their late 20s, 30s, 40s, or even 60s, and you know what? They just want to sing. They just want to learn how to sing. Do you think?
There's no doubt in my mind. I get this question asked all the time. I'm 45 years old and I wanted to sing. I sang backup in my bands, and I'd like to sing better. But am I too old to do that? And the bottom line is the voice is a muscle, and you have to ask yourself this question: could you go to the gym tomorrow to work out and build muscle? And the answer would be absolutely. You absolutely could do that. Now you want to do it correctly. You're older now. You don't want to pull something. You got to be more careful on just not all of a sudden, doing 250 pounds bench pressing, right? But you absolutely can build the muscle. It's a muscle. If you do it correctly, you absolutely can grow the voice. Absolutely.
Okay, the next question is about vocal coach as well. A great vocal coach is not cheap, right? It's not a cheap option. So how would you tell those people that look for a vocal coach to swallow this kind of idea of paying someone more, but this person is great, right? So it's not going to be cheap option.
So let me ask you a question, answer your question with a question. You're going to buy a car. Do you buy the old beat up car that barely makes it down the street? Or can you afford a Mercedes? Well, if you can't afford a Mercedes, or you want to save up for a Mercedes, there's a very big difference between the way the Mercedes drives and where it's going to get you and how fast it's going to drive from an old beat up Fiat from 1960. Right? Okay, so there's little difference in that. So the quality of what you pay, in a lot of cases you get what you pay for. I actually put together a DVD series though because I had mercy on people. Back in 1982, I was paying $150 an hour in 1982, 2 hours a week, driving all the way to the valley, which was over an hour drive from my house each way, right, to go to my vocal coach way back then, sleeping on my mom's floor, cleaning Carl's Jr.'s carpets in the middle of the night to be able to pay for my vocal lessons. So if you really want something, one less latte a day, right, one less, cappuccino a day, right, you do that, one less cappuccino, $4 cappuccino, 5 days a week is $20. What is that? That's $80 a month just in cappuccinos, right? You're willing to pay for that, right? You're willing to go to the movies. You're willing to pay for petrol in your car that's astronomical, but you're not willing to pay for your voice. Isn't that verrückt, as they say in German, crazy? Well, so my attitude is, if you really want something, you're going to want to go out and get the best. And you can go out and you could go to McDonald's, right? Or you could go to a nice steakhouse. It's up to you. There are McDonald's teachers out there, and you're always going to get McDonald's. Or you can go to a nice steakhouse and order a nice meal. But it's up to you. And that's my answer.
Awesome. McDonald's teachers, I love this shit. Sorry. Okay, the next question is about Tamplin Vocal Academy. So let me just read this question quickly. Okay, so how did you come up with the whole idea of Tamplin Vocal Academy?
I had a lot of friends. I don't want to say who they are because they're pretty well-known singers. They were losing their voice, and I felt kind of guilty because I had all this vocal knowledge. I've spent all these years learning, how to sing well, and what wound up happening was I was able to help quite a few of them get back on track, and get back to singing, get their voices back and stuff. And several of them said, "Dude, you should do some YouTube videos, man, and put it out there, and whatever." Well, I thought, maybe if I'm going to do that, then maybe I should do it right and really put together a program, a workout that will help people get their voices or maintain their voices or grow their voices or whatever. So one thing led to another, and I put that YouTube video in, this whole thing on it, and I had 100,000 hits like that. I'm like, wow, seems like a lot of people want to know about this. So, and then that just evolved into what it is today. So that's why I'm doing what I do, to help people. I'm really doing it to help people, because it'd be a lot easier just to go, I'm just going to keep this information. In fact, here's the thing. I put so much information on the DVD series. Like, people come to me all the time on YouTube, and they'll say, "Bloody hell, mate! What the hell? $99 for a DVD I could buy from this guy up the street for $19.95. And I'm thinking, you have no idea how much I've spent over $500,000 on my voice. You have no idea in 1 hour how much information good information, very hard to come by information I put. It's not like guitar playing where you learn a couple scales and everybody's got their scales. It's not like that. How much information I'm thinking, do you have any idea that I've put maybe, I don't know, 500 hours of learning from a coach that dispenses information very slowly and meters it out to you on one DVD alone, how much you can grow from one DVD that's less expensive than one vocal lesson. Think about it, right? So I look at that and just kind of laugh. I shrug it off and go, this is obviously a guy that doesn't care so much about his voice. He'd rather buy the latte than put money into his voice. And I just think, I don't want that kind of student. I'm not looking for
So tell me, who are your students? Who they are?
They're ranged. I've got people as young as 11 years old. I know that sounds crazy. That really want to be good singers. As old as I've got a woman that's has a certain kind of disease of the throat. She's in her late 60s. Where we got her voice back, which was really cool. So just a wide spectrum. I've got rock stars. I've got country stars. I've got jazz stars. I've got pop stars. Just a wide spectrum of people. I've got even Kat Von D, who has never sung before. She's now we're working on her new album. She's singing. She's doing a good job. And she wants to be a singer, so we're working on it. Yeah.
Okay. What if I live in UK and I wanna take some vocal lessons with you? Obviously, there is this distance, this issue. How would we do that?
Well, as you probably already know, there's webcam lessons, and the webcam is actually really cool. I have in-studio lessons, which are great because I get to see it. But the webcam is equally as cool because the webcam now, technology so far on, it's crystal clear, right? It's like you're right in the room with me, and you can record the visual aspect of it. So I can't do that in my studio. I'll give you a CD when you leave. But on webcam now, you can record the visual aspect. It doesn't even take up very much memory, right? And you can replay and refer to me when I correct something or tell you to do something or I adjust something, whatever. You can refer back to that instead of trying to remember, what did he say? I remember he did this, told me to sound, Back in the studio, you have an audio CD, yes, but on Skype or on webcam, you have a visual aspect of it too. So it's pretty cool. So I teach all over. In fact, about 80% of my students are out of the country. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's great because I thought that there might be some technical issues, but if you say that
not at all, no way, that's great.
Okay, let's say that I cannot kind of afford to have Skype lessons with you. Is there any other option for me?
Well, there's lots of options. That's the reason I put the DVD series out was because if you spend, on the download for $79, you get stage 1. You can do that for 2 or 3 weeks, really grow your voice, and even take a little half-hour, tutorial, a little quick half-hour. Am I doing this right? That's why I laid it out like that. Was for people that couldn't really afford to do, regular voice lessons. They could do, stage 1, and they could then take a webcam with me. Am I doing this right? No, you're not. This is you're doing. You're not doing that. You are doing this. And then they could go a few more weeks, a month, 2 months, however fast they want to get their voice to grow, and then eventually move into stage 2 for $120 or whatever it is, and then do that for a while. And so it was designed so people could actually. It was designed to help people. It wasn't designed to gouge people. And you see from a lot of the people that have taken it, I have over 1,000 students, and a lot of people that have taken the courses, I've never had a single complaint, not one. In fact, I've only had 2 returns now in the total time I've been doing this, 1.5 years. Only 2 people have wanted their money back. One was because they wanted to exchange it because it was a download from Australia and they couldn't get the download because they had dial-up. So I wound up giving the money back and sending them a DVD. And another one was some guy from Slovenia who thought it was going to be only a jazz thing, and I gave him his money back. And this happened just recently. It was this last week. It was the first one. He says, "Well, you say how to sing hard and heavy and this. I want to sing jazz." I just think there was like a little bit of it. So, not to over accentuate that, but I don't know. It says a lot about the program.
Okay,
and
so
rolling.
are we fine? Okay, so here are questions about shout. You guys shout. Yes, guys, you are playing tonight. What's going on? What is the deal? What is the set list?
Well, we're staying true to the set. What we're doing is we're doing material, the stronger material, live material from the first 2 albums, which we only had 2 albums, but actually 3 if we include the Shout Back, or no, 4 actually. Shout Back, and then At the Top of Their Lungs compilation with 2 new songs. But no, we're doing Borderline. We're doing In Your Face, which were all the guitar shredder songs. Some of the melodic stuff. Some of the stuff that we think fans would like. So we're here to bring back some memories and
Excellent, sweet. Are you planning a new record or something?
Not at this time, not right this second. If something happens and some things were to maybe escalate and snowball into something, yeah, we would consider recording some new music for sure.
Okay, so here's a question. It's about your favorite songs that you like to sing. It doesn't have to be necessarily shout song, but what is the question? What is the song that gives you a lot of fun to sing?
You mean period?
Yeah, like about any song.
I just love great singers. I guess like bands like Bad Company. I love just anybody that's an old Foreigner song is fun. Giuseppe, you want to see my drummer? This is my drummer, Joey.
There's a guy on stage in Rex. He says, "Can you take me
I'm doing an interview.
That's what
I can't.
said.
I'm in the middle of an interview. He wants me, I can't just leave him because, this is my buddy Joey. Oh, thanks. That was hairy. And wet. So I'm almost done with this, and I'll go up there as soon as I can.
Yeah, we've got 2 pages left. No worries.